So the first thing I want you all to do real quick before we get into it is please pull up your chart.
Donnie, I can't really hear you. You kind of stepped away from the mic.
Oh, I was saying,
closer.
please pull up your chart. Pulling up your chart is going to be helpful so that when I'm talking, things will make more sense to you. Today I'm doing, again, lecture style. So the information that I'm sharing with you won't always be on the screen. So I just want you to be prepared for that so that when I show it to you, or when I tell it to you, excuse me, you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. All right.
What website do you think is more accurate for this class?
I got you. So can everyone see my screen?
Yep. Yes.
So I like astroseek.com because it gives interpretations. You go to astroseek.com. Let's see if my camera's clear. Okay, it's better. All right, wait. I'm in Phoenix right now. I'm in an Airbnb. Super excited to see all of you. We're going to be talking about a lot of different topics. I know a lot of you are new to astrology. My goal is to give you this information. The real reason why I even teach astrology, just to premise everything, I need you to understand my music. So if I make music after I teach you all of this, it makes it easier for you to comprehend what I'm saying, because I do talk a lot about astrology in my music.
I love that.
Thank you. It's a really backwards plan, but I think it's working.
No, I love it. Great.
Your music is lit too. I really like it. I love music, and it's really good, honestly.
Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you. There's more coming. I finally secured a spot, so we're gonna go crazy in here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whole house to myself. So AstroSeek is really great because it shows charts, natal charts, progress charts. Progress charts, if you don't know, if you're brand new, progress charts show you an up-to-date chart. People ask me all the time, Sunny, do you think progress charts are better than natal charts? 100%. Why? Because the progress chart shows you now. It shows you today. It's like going to the doctor and getting a physical today. Okay, that's why I like progress charts, is because it shows you a physical today. Birth chart is how much you weighed when you were born, the circumstances, the things that you had going on when you were born, strictly. And I really, as a pioneer in the astrology community, I feel like it's important to bring awareness to that, because a lot of people are so fixed on their natal chart that they forget that the planets move. They forget that life changes. They forget that things are constantly changing, elevating. So it is a little bit confusing. Trust me, it's totally normal. But when you go to Astro-Seek, you can click on birth chart, and the birth chart calculator is here. If you are interested more so in the progress chart, you go to the free chart horoscope part here and click on secondary progressions. And then you can click on the secondary directions, is what it would say. What does a solar arc versus a progression mean? A solar arc shows you your theme that you need to be focused on for the year. So every single year, you should be focused on one singular thing. I know a lot of you, brilliant minds, brilliant hearts, super loving people, shitty focus. No insult meant. You just have terrible focus, ADHD up the wing, up just too much, right? So you want to use a solar arc progression or direction if you're looking for the theme, you should be looking at for the year. You can also use something called a what is it? Oh my God, I'm blanking out. It's called a, I can't remember. Perfection chart. There we go. Perfection chart is the other option. If you want to see exactly what you should be focused on for the next 365 days after your birthday, perfection, PROFECTION chart. Okay. So I'm not going to be covering that today. That's not this class. We can talk about it maybe in the Q&A. I know a lot of you have tons of questions. Please book a reading if you need me to go in depth in your chart. My readings close in 3 days. I'm done doing readings. I don't want to do any more readings because they're exhausting, but I'm willing to take the next set because I know that the people who are inviting themselves in that space probably need it. And I want to make sure that I'm available. So on AstroSeek, you go in, someone give me their birthday, just one person, please.
I'll give you mine.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's March 28th.
Hey, Pisces. No, you're Aries.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, actually, I'm an Aries, but I have a Pisces stellium in the whole sign.
Bless your heart.
1994.
Hey, this is a good, Pisces and Aries are going to have a fucking amazing year.
I know, dude. I'm excited. I feel it already.
I'm
4:16 a.m.
I was born at 3:15. That's wild. I love it. What city?
Halifax, Canada.
2 L's?
Halifax.
There it is.
Yeah.
So
4:16 was the time, but I don't think a minute matters that much. Sorry.
it does.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. So every 2 hours, the moon changes in a natal chart, or excuse me, the rising sign every 2 hours. So this is the natal chart. When you go to AstroSeek, the reason why I love it is when I first got started into astrology, it shows you everything you need to know right here on the right-hand column. If you're using your phone, I think you have to like swipe over to the right. I don't know. But the other reason why I love it here is because it breaks down what the first house means. A lot of you ask me all the fucking time, and I love it. I love the questions, but it's super available. What does my first house mean? What does my rising sign mean? What does this mean for me? Da, 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 da. This website goes through all of it. It goes through the aspects. It goes through what and how to use it. And I think that's so valuable for those of you who are brand new, because you just need to read it. And if you don't want to read it, go ahead and watch my content for the next years, whatever. But doing this will save you so much time, so much effort. It even goes into the nodes, which I really love. We will be covering the nodes today. I will be going through in depth what the nodes mean, how to use them. Lilith in astrology. This is also something that a lot of chart calculators, apps, they touch on, but they don't go in depth. I love AstroSeek because it goes in depth into the house, into the zodiac. Chiron. Who knows what Chiron means?
I do.
Perfect. Chiron is how you heal yourself. It's how you heal other people. It's how you teach. It's how you teach other people. Chiron, so important. It's not this class, but Chiron, I'm so serious about Chiron. I got it tattooed. Okay. Why would I get this tattooed on my hand? Because healing is a massive journey for a lot of people and they reject it. I see people in my comment section all the time talking about, oh, healing. I'm so sick of healing. Why did you come to earth then? You know, if you didn't come here to feel better, be at peace, be at harmony and heal yourself, why are you actually here? Like, what are you doing? Chiron is that asteroid that's going to directly tell you what you should be doing, what you should be working on. It also breaks down the aspects. It has to do with the relationships between the planets. Okay, write that down. If you didn't know that already, aspects are probably more important than your placements. Okay. Why do I say that? Is because if you have a planet, for example, if your moon is opposite your Venus by itself being in Aries and your moon being in Libra, that means the relationship between those two planets is very important. It's just like when you're at work and you're working your job and your boss has their favorite employee, but they never get to talk to their favorite employee. That's the similar idea behind opposition in a chart. Is these two planets are really, they get along really well, but they may not have the most amazing communication. So aspects, I would say, are even more important. We will definitely have an aspect class. I briefly touched on it last time, but aspects are way more important, I feel like, than zodiac placements. You can have a placement, but if you have something aspecting it poorly or positively, it drastically changes the meaning. Okay, so everyone go ahead and type 888 in the chat if you're resonating, hearing, conceptualizing what I'm saying, because I say a lot of things. I have a Pisces Mercury, by the way, so if you're ever confused by what I'm saying, please type it in the chat so I can see, so I can address it. If I don't address what you're saying in the moment, I will definitely do so later. Okay, so I just muted everybody. But aspects are extremely important in astrology, and that's one of the other reasons why I really love astroseek.com. All right, there's so many other websites. It also goes into sensitive degrees, declinations, which, if you don't know what that is, it talks about there's other aspects that support and hurt a person's aspects. Someone's like, can you explain aspects again? It's the relationship between planets. That's it. All right. The relationship that the planets have with each other. And the different angles and everything it all comes down to math. Okay. So today what we're going to be going through is we're going to be covering the Taurus moon. I want to cover wishes at the end of the presentation. I think that'll be helpful. But we're also going to go into one second. We're also going to go into North Node and Part of Fortune. If you know what North Node and Part of Fortune is, go ahead and type that in the chat. If you know what yours is, go ahead and type that in the chat for me. All right. Cool. Can everyone still see my screen? Go ahead and type in the chat yes or no. Cool. So the Taurus new moon eclipse. The biggest thing here is we need to focus on what are you creating with yourself. This is going to be an overview of astrology, the shape, the form, the color, the value, the space, and the texture of your life. Okay, I really want to cover those topics before we get deep. Taurus new moon is a really great time to manifest. This upcoming one happens to be an eclipse. Eclipses usually talk about restructuring. So everyone go ahead and type in the chat restructure. New moons have to do with restructuring. What does that mean? It means that relationships that worked may not work. Relationships that didn't work may start to work. Things in your life that have not been going as planned start to go as planned. Things that were going as planned may break down. Okay. Being aware of all of this will help you not have anxiety. Everyone go ahead and type in the chat anxiety. stress. Go ahead and type stress in the chat. Who feels stress? Who feels anxiety every time something changes? The reason why you might be feeling that is because you have not emotionally prepared yourself. I'm here to help you prepare, okay? I am a coach. I am a content coach specifically. So what do we learn? What do we do in regards to astrology though? Okay, because I coach on astrology, but I coach on many other things too. Primarily the unconscious mind is my specialty. I love working with people's minds so that we can transform it into belief rather than doubt. Everyone go ahead and type in the chat doubt. If you've doubted yourself, if you're still doubting yourself, if you've been having some fears around posting your content, dropping your music, starting your business, hopping into that relationship, asking that guy or girl out, we need to work on that unconscious mind, all right? So to learn astrology, we're starting from the very beginning. First thing that you need to know is I'm Sunny motherfucking Money. Why did I get that name? I care a lot about money, but I also do care about people and their light. I care about people and their goals. I care about people and their objectives, what they're trying to accomplish. So everyone type Sunny MF Money in the chat for me. I would appreciate it so much. Who am I? I'm a content consultant. Okay, so I help people literally make content. I have taught people how to make videos step by step. A lot of you came into this class because you want to learn how to make $10,000. How do we do that? By making content. You don't need to make tons of content to do it either. You just need to make good content. How do we make good content? I'll get into that later. But the next piece is I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm not your guru though. I'm not your savior. A lot of people, they see me, they see what I do, and they assume that I'm a pacifist. I'm Gandhi or Mother Teresa. No, I'm not. I never agreed to that. I never signed up for that. All right. So go ahead and type in the chat, regular person. Me, I'm a regular person. I'm just a regular dude who has green hair and I make TikToks. All right. As far as you know, that's it. I do have some hobbies that I love to share with y'all. Outside of that, I'm not obligated to anything. And one of the things that I feel like really prevents people from making content, from making videos, from sharing themselves is they feel like they'll have to be a certain type of way. I want you to type in the chat authentic. The biggest thing that is so important to making content, to understanding your chart, to being on your spiritual path is being authentic, being mindful of yourself. As long as you're being you and you remind people who forget who you are, you're good. All right. I started making content in 2019 when I was homeless. If y'all want to see my first TikTok video, I'll show you. It was so bad. But one person commented, and that one comment changed my whole perspective on everything. Okay. So
baby,
Get jealous. Me getting jealous. Y'all are getting jealous. No.
So I'll show you. Y'all ask, this is my first ever TikTok account. Okay. Crazy. Sun the Pisces. This is my first ever TikTok. I was homeless when I recorded this. I had just gotten kicked out of the apartment that I was living in 2020 or 2019, excuse me.
Wait.
Who remembers this Renegade song? I use this sound. Who remembers Renegade? Anyone? Okay. I used the Renegade sound from my first TikTok. What am I doing in here? I'm pulling Oracle cards.
Go.
You got one.
Go.
My nails look crazy. My hair looks like hot Cheetos. All right. So all of you who think, oh my God, I don't like being perceived. Look at me. I look crazy. All right. How many of you have a fear of being perceived? Go ahead and type in the chat, perceived. All right. Look at me, 5 o'clock shadow, hot Cheeto head, nails are crazy. 16 people like this video. All right. Does anyone in here think I was caring about my image when I posted this video December 4th, 2019, before quarantine hit? No. Okay. But this person here believed in me. I don't know who this person is still today, but in 2019, someone commented, keep going, man, you'll be famous one day. And I, for some reason, just believe them. Okay. So go ahead and type in the chat, belief system. Your belief system is going to be the thing that helps you create your dreams. Now, that was my first ever TikTok video. The other piece of me that a lot of you don't know or just learning, I do make music. Music has been my passion since the first time I saw Michael Jackson dancing on stage with his family. I told myself instantly, I want that. Why do I want that? Just to express myself and dance, honestly. That's literally the whole thing. But that's something that I've wanted since I was a child. So a lot of you have the question or the topic in your head, what should I do for a living? What did you want to do as a child? Go ahead and type that in the chat. What did you want to do as a baby? What's the first thing you saw, heard, felt, experienced that you want to continue, that you for some reason still think you can't make money from? Because if we look at Michael Jackson, a lot of artists, they'll tell you artists don't make money. But then you look at Michael Jackson, you look at Drake, you look at Jay-Z, these people have tons of money. Okay. So that's a big thing. Lala said, I don't know, to be honest, LOL, I was all over the place. If you were all over the place like Lala, what do you and what did you love growing up? Okay. What did you love growing up? What did you do with yourself, with other kids? For those of you who don't know, I am the co-founder of Sunny MF Money. My goal in the next year is to help between 100 to 250 people get to 100,000 followers on TikTok and making $10,000 a month. Okay, so that's really my objective here with all of you, is to help you get to that step where you're not working your job, you're doing and talking about what you love and making money from it. So go ahead and type in the chat what it is that you want to be making money from, if you knew how. And I'm going to be talking about some strategies on how to do that. But I think the big thing is sharing your dream, sharing your vision with people who also have a dream and a vision is important. If you're sharing your dream and your vision with people who have no goals, who don't believe in anything outside of a job, who only believe in going to college and then figuring it out after that, it's very hard. Okay, it's very challenging. I see some people said music, writing, spirituality, music, helping people. What does that mean? Interior design, Reiki. You said clueless. If you're clueless, I really can't deny, I will not stop you from feeling that way, but you know what you want to do. There's things that you do, there's things that you watch every single day that are bringing you into that space. So what are the building blocks for astro? Many astrologers will give you the stereotypes, which are helpful, but they can confuse you. All right, astrology and astrologers combine elements, modalities, houses, and aspects, and elements to help us appreciate, understand, and analyze parts of the world and the natal chart. So this is the part where you want to start taking notes, okay? Elements, what are the elements in astrology? Fire, earth, air, water. Go ahead and write it down in your notebook. type it in the chat so I know that you wrote it down in your notebook. These are so important because a lot of people do not know what the zodiacs mean. And it's so important that you know fire, earth, air, water, because each of these elements rules over the zodiac, and it actually has more weight than the actual zodiac itself. So water, earth, fire, air, water. Palama says, please forgive me, it's 4 a.m. I'll have to rely on memory. That's my reaction. All right. So the elements are what? Fire, earth, air, water. Everyone type that in the chat. Fire, earth, air, water. What are the modalities in astrology? The modalities are these three. The first one is cardinal. Cardinal like the bird. The second one is fixed. The last one is mutable. Just with the elements and the modalities within astrology, you will be able to understand exactly how to read a chart. Now, when we get into the houses and the aspects, that's adding a little bit more. So, what do the houses mean in astrology? All right. I'm going to go through the houses right now. You ready? The first house in astrology has to do with your physical person, your physical body, your strategy to life. So if you have a air sign rising, for example, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, you are someone who needs to share and communicate your ideas with your body. We're adding the element, we're adding the modality and the house together. So let's take this chart as an example. So here we have an Aquarius rising, okay? Aquarius is, what's the element? It is a what element? Is it fire, earth, air, water? What is it? What is Aquarius? Air, perfect. Aquarius is an air sign, which means that if you have an air sign rising, you need to live your life as someone who shares and communicates and listens to people. If you are shy doing that, great, perfect. That's the point. I'm an Aries rising. I thought my whole life I was a shy Pisces, someone who's supposed to be in the corner, not really saying too much, just keeping to myself. Once I figured out my Aries rising, I was like, that's not me. But then I started to do things that Aries do, and my whole life exploded wide open. I wasn't upset because of my placement. I gave it a shot. How long did I do that for? 365 days. After that, I never looked back. Okay. So when you have an Aquarius rising, for example, your responsibility is to do what? Go ahead and type that in the chat for me. What is an Aquarius rising supposed to do? I just told you, you got this, I promise. The big thing is, Chelsea said communicate, correct. Share with others, correct. Lala said share and communicate, exactly. That's what an air sign rising is supposed to do. Now, let's just say that for some reason, this chart was a progress chart. If your progress chart is an air sign rising, the same thing is true, okay? It's no different. Now, I'm guessing a lot of you in here have some Taurus placements. So let's just talk about it. What does Taurus in astrology do? Taurus is an earth sign, okay? Earth in astrology represents practicality and consistency and manifesting. So if you have Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus placements in general, what does that mean? It means that you are someone who needs to be practical. What does practicality mean? It doesn't mean don't go for your dreams. It just means if you want $1 million, you need to do the math so that you can figure out, oh, it's going to take $267 a day to make $100,000. And if I want to be a millionaire, I'm going to have to repeat that multiple times. Go ahead and type 555 in the chat if you caught what I just said. Being practical doesn't mean you can't be unrealistic. I know that sounds weird, but believe me, being practical doesn't mean you can't be unrealistic. If you want to make 100 G's a month, $1 million a year, do the math. What will it cost a day? How much will you need to do a day? How many things will you need to sell a day? All right. That's a big piece. Now, the elements help us appreciate, understand, and analyze parts of the world and our own chart. So what are the 4 elements in astrology? Big one is Earth. Earth signs manifest, they're practical, and they're productive. This is for Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Whenever I have a reading with someone and they tell me that they have Earth sign placements, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and they're struggling, literally 90% of the time, it's because they don't plan anything, or they do, but then they don't do the thing that they planned. Okay. Everyone type in the chat, accountable. Okay. You have to be accountable to what you want. If you want something, do it. When I started posting to TikTok 4 to 6 times a day, every single day for the last 500 plus days, that's when I got 500,000 followers. Okay. I didn't get 500,000 followers because I'm good at making content. No, that is the smallest percentage of what happened. Okay. Discipline and consistency will save you more often than not. Anyone on TikTok or on Instagram, you ever see those people who go to the gym every single day and they tell you, just start today, just start today? Why would they say something like that? Because they want you to succeed. They want to see you win. Earth, does anyone know what planet we live on? Go ahead and type in the chat what planet we live on, because this will help bring it more into reality for you. Natalie says Mars. I love that answer. Everyone else says Earth. Perfect. So what on Earth is so important? It helps us manifest. It helps us be practical. It helps us be productive. Why is Earth called Earth? Because everything that we need comes from this place. Everything that we desire long-term is practical. We wanna start flying spaceships to Mars. Great. All we need is fuel, a vehicle, and some people who are willing to die, right? How is that productive? Because if we destroy Earth, which scientists are chaining themselves to buildings, people are now burning themselves in front of judicial offices to communicate to us that the Earth is valuable. Has anyone heard any of this news, by the way? It's incredible. Human beings are setting themselves on fire to let us know how rough the situation is. Crazy. Very unique. Okay. Now, I want to ask you a serious question. If a man can set himself on fire, what's preventing you from posting your content? What's preventing you from sharing your ideas? What's preventing you from starting your business? What's preventing you from leaving the job that you've been hating on for the last year? Serious question. Doubt? But if a person can set themselves on fire, what's stopping you? I'm curious. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Now, next piece, air. What does air mean in astrology? It means sharing ideas, listening, sharing your thoughts. This is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Now, I know someone's going to be like, I have Gemini North Node. What does that mean? What does that mean for me? I have Aquarius rising. I have a Libra Venus. What does that mean? It means that you need to share your ideas romantically, on purpose, for just how you move in life, but also listen to people. What else? Sharing your thoughts. Okay. How many of you have air sign placements? What are your air sign placements? I don't have many myself. I think I have a Gemini rising in my progress chart. So that's why I'm like talking so damn much. But also, I have a Libra Jupiter in my natal chart. So I'm very good. I love giving people information, right? I have Aquarius Saturn. So I love, love, love technology. I love teaching people stuff about it. North Node, Gemini, Aquarius, midheaven, beautiful. So what do air signs do? Tell me in the chat. What do air signs do? Because if you're having Gemini, Aquarius, Libra placements, no matter what the planet is, no matter what the point is, this is how you want to work with that energy. I call it activating that part of your chart. All right. A lot of you who are going to be seeing my content moving forward, I'm done doing readings. I'm going to be moving more towards teaching you how to activate your chart. Now, there's going to be tons of people in the comment section like, what are you talking about? Activate your chart. Go ahead and say, use my chart. I will use my chart. Type that in the chat. I will use my chart. How do you use your chart? By doing the things that the elements ask you to do. All right. So for air, that is to share your ideas, listen to people, share your thoughts. Are you going to be shy? Yeah. Every single day I post on TikTok and Instagram, I'm shy. I don't like people seeing my face, but guess what? If I don't share my ideas and thoughts, I don't get to talk to you. I don't get to talk to people all around the world. I don't get to make $20,000 a month. I don't get to have people listen to my music, which is what I really want. I don't even care about the money. I care about people listening to my music. Okay. But if I didn't share my ideas and thoughts with you, you wouldn't even be here. Okay. So this is going to help a lot of you. All right. Especially with the Gemini new moon that we have coming up. Now, water. What does water mean? Everyone and their grandmother loves to say water signs are emotional, they're sensitive, blah, 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 blah. I haven't met a single person that doesn't have emotions. I've never met a single person that's not sensitive in some way. Okay. So water in astrology has to do with your intuition. What is your intuition? It's what you perceive around you. Go ahead and type in the chat what I perceive around me. That's your intuition. It's also what you feel inside of you. Okay. What I feel inside. Intuition is inside. What is tuition? It's something that you pay. Tuition is something that you pay to learn. Isn't that crazy? Intuition, internal payment to learn. Wow. We just broke that down. That's crazy. So go ahead and type in the chat. What is intuition? It's the tuition that you pay to learn. All right. Why do you and why should you trust your intuition? Because you paid to learn what it is that you're experiencing, what it is that you feel. All right. Now, the big thing with water signs, and go ahead and type in the chat if you have water in your chart, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Creativity is something that is natural to water signs. If you don't have any water sign planets, that does not mean you're not creative. It does not mean that at all. Please, if someone told you that, tell me who they are so that we can have them we need to remove this person from Earth because they're lying. Okay. Everyone is creative in their own way. Where do you have water in your chart? What planets do you have in water? Because that is the area that you will be creative. Okay. I'm a Pisces sun, Mercury. I have Cancer, Mars. Ooh. And I also have a Pluto and Scorpio. Ooh. That's what helps me create. Now, when I go to record a video, I'm not thinking to myself, oh, I have all these placements, I got this. No, I'm thinking, what can I give people right now that will help them? How many of you are content creators? You have no fucking clue what to post. You don't know what to say, what to do. You post shit all the time, some of you, and none of it's sticking. Let me tell you the secret. Let me tell you the reason why. All right. You got to make food for people. Imagine going to a restaurant and the cook only cooks food that they like. Would you eat at the restaurant if you gave someone your money to cook you food that you wanted and they only cooked what they liked? Would you go back to that restaurant? Yes or no? Would you? Would you eat there? Would you continue to dine there? Most of you, no. Why? Because if you order macaroni and cheese, and that's the macaroni and cheese that you love, and only this person can make it, but they keep making chicken nuggets for you, you're gonna be like, bruh, I want the macaroni and cheese that I came here to order. All right. So when you're creating things, everybody, when you're creating content, when you're creating clothes, when you're creating poetry, when you're even manifesting in your journal, when you're talking to people, if someone tells you they like something, keep doing that thing. Is everyone here over 18? Is anyone here under 18? Because I need to make a very serious point. Is anyone here under 18? I didn't see anyone under 18. I'm gonna wait until everyone answers. Is everyone here of age? Okay. Let's take it a step further. Imagine you're having intimate relations with someone and you tell them, I like this, and they stop doing it. You would be pissed. Would you not be? A lot of you will say, yeah, I'd be mad. All right. When you do something good, whether that's on social media, in business, artistically, psychologically, anything, when someone tells you they like it, that is permission to continue. All right. So what I want all of you to type in the chat is do what works. That's a key thing, is do what works. Type in the chat, do what works. I know a lot of you thought I was going to go really deep into that breakdown. Do what works. All right. Can you see why? Say yes or no. Can you see why I would say do what works? Okay. Because you got to please the people that you're serving. All right. A lot of you need to learn how to get good at that. If someone or something says they like what you're doing, keep doing it. For whose sake? Yours and theirs, because they just told you that that thing that you're doing is great. All right. So does anyone know what emoting is? Emoting is a very serious thing that we should talk about. I think it'll help a lot of you. If you're a water sign placement, especially. Showing emotion, very nice, correct. Showing emotion is very important. A lot of you, I think a lot of you have seen my videos where I'm acting, and a lot of you have seen my videos where I'm talking. The reason why my videos are so effective based on my chart is because I'm sharing my emotions with you. If you don't know what to be talking about, if you don't know what to be posting, sharing, what you should be doing, share your emotions with people. The worst thing that's going to happen, and type this in the chat, the worst that'll happen is that they'll reject you. Most of the time when you share your emotions with people, they will either reject you or accept you. That doesn't mean you should stop or keep going. Imagine if Drake never gave us his feelings. The music would be terrible, right? So sharing your feelings, sharing your ideas, sharing your experience with people is how you become rich and famous, not by hiding them. Did anyone tell you that hiding your feelings would make you rich? No? Okay, good. I hope not. Cool. So last but not least, fire in astrology. What does that represent? Fire represents inspiration. It represents encouraging, being enthusiastic. All right. These are all very important topics, especially for those of us like myself who have fire placements. Now, fire in astrology is Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Those placements in astrology are amazing because what do you need to do when you have fire in your chart? Fire placements, fire rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, wherever the fuck. Your duty, the way you activate this part of your chart is by inspiring people. When you go to the grocery store and the person's ringing it up and they have a cool shirt on, just saying, hey, yo, I really love your shirt. Like your style is just so dope. Now you have utilized the fire in your chart. You've inspired someone to continue doing what they're doing. What did you do for yourself? What you just did for yourself is you gave yourself power, which means that you took the power that you have and shared it with someone. When they smile and say thank you, or whatever the reaction might be, they're pouring back into you. This is how we keep the fire going, okay? Encouraging people to do things. When someone tells you, oh, I really want to do this, I want to try this out, I think it's been on my mind for months now, and you tell them, you know what, honestly, I think you should just go for it. I think you got this. Stop thinking about it. Just go for it. Encouraging people is how you use your fire sign placements. Look at people like, does anyone here use Twitter? Go on Twitter and we'll do it together real quick. Has anyone ever heard of Soulja Boy? Has anyone here heard of Soulja Boy? Who knows what Soulja Boy's zodiac sign is? What's Soulja Boy's zodiac sign? He's a Leo. Correct. Soulja Boy is always inspiring, encouraging people. It's ridiculous. What's meant to be will be. Keep it private. People love to ruin things. Speak less, but notice everything. Put your energy into things that matter to you. Laugh with many, don't trust any. This dude, despite what you might think about him, what is he doing? What is he doing when he's tweeting? And it looks like bro tweets pretty much every day. If not, he might miss a few days. But what is he doing as a Leo? What is Soulja Boy doing as a Leo? He's inspiring. And for some reason, no one's typing in the chat. It's kind of frustrating me because it means that you're not paying attention. I need you to type in the chat so I know that you're alive and paying attention. Okay? He's inspiring, he's encouraging, he's being enthusiastic. Okay? When we're using the fire in our chart, That's how we do it. There's so many people that do not like Soldier Boy. Okay, but what does he continue to do? Inspire, be enthusiastic, and encourage people. Of course, he's doing his own thing. He's an artist. He's making money, da da da. But you saw those tweets. He's actively being a Leo. Okay, so for those of you who struggle with this is a very important piece for you because it's going to help you. All right. Thank you, everyone, for responding. I'm glad. She said I was just singing his song. Which song were you singing? All right. Now, in connection with your purpose, we need to talk about your North Node. The North Node in astrology is going to be a massive, massive topic for us here today. Now, I'm going to be going through every single thing you need to know. All right. So in astrology, your life purpose is encoded with your North Node and your South Node. Your nodes are based off of your moon. Write that down. The lunar nodes are opposite each other, okay? So when we look at the nodes in a chart, they're opposite each other. For example, in this chart, the node is here in Scorpio and the opposite is in Taurus, right? So the nodes will always be opposite each other on the chart. Now, for example, if your North Node is in Capricorn, who has a Capricorn North Node? Anyone? Your South Node will be in the opposite zodiac sign, Cancer. And this is just how it is. The lunar nodes help us answer questions like, what am I supposed to be doing with my life? How many of you have asked that question of, what am I supposed to be doing with my life? Yes or no? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Someone said every day. 2 people said every day. Cool. So when you're using the nodes, the North Node is going to answer the question of what should you be doing with your life? Why are you here? What is your mission? What were you in the past life? Okay. Now, the North Node, what does it mean? I want you all to write down and type in the chat right after your destiny and your karmic path. Your North Node is your destiny and your karmic path. Okay. Your North Node illuminates the terrain that is calling your name, but you need to climb the mountain to get there. All right. You have to let go of baggage for you to get up the hill. A lot of you, that's the step that you're stuck on. Okay. To get up the hill with your North Node, you have to let go of some baggage. Sometimes that shows up as people. Sometimes that baggage shows up as ideas. Sometimes that baggage shows up as things that you keep in your life. What is the baggage that you need to let go of for you to climb up the hill? Go ahead and type that in the chat, because that's going to be very important. It's going to be very fundamental to activating your North Node. All right. So the next thing is, after you type in the chat, what do you need to let go of? Because this new moon eclipse is coming up in just a few days. All right. Now you need to figure out your North Node meaning. Your North Node meaning. The North Node activities, they are literally designed to help you get out of your comfort zone. How many of you got out of your comfort zone today? How many of you did something that you don't normally do? I did something I don't normally do. I confronted someone on some bullshit today. It was mad uncomfortable, but I did it and I loved it. It was so healthy. I felt so powerful. You confronted your manager. Did you spit in their face? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Lala said, yes, Aries energy, love it. Perfect. So North Node activities is, once you do, you'll be amazed. Once you get out of your comfort zone, it's going to help you understand your life's mission. It's going to help you understand if you're driven. It's going to help you return to the things that you care about. Now, on the flip side, your south node is all the things that you already know how to do. So for example, I'm a Sagittarius north node. One of the things that makes me scared sometimes is to teach classes like this. Classes like this, I get scared, I get nervous, but I do them every 2 weeks because I want to be able to do them once a week, once a day, even if possible. If I could automate myself, which who knows, might happen one day, I would love to be able to do that every time. But my Gemini South node, I just love to talk. I love to share information. I love to give people wisdom and knowledge and share my ideas and thoughts. Okay. Your South node is going to be the piece of you that is easy to accomplish. Your North node is going to be the part of you that you need to let go of some baggage for. All right. So we often think that just because we're good at something, or that because it's easy to us, that we should do it forever. Lies. What are you good at that you do right now? For money, for people, for yourself? What are you good at? And if you say nothing, please just leave the room, because I don't believe you. You're lying to me. A lot of you are good at something. What are you good at right now that you keep relying on? Are you good at talking, helping people, sharing your ideas? Are you good at crying? Are you good at watching movies? Are you good at making playlists? What are you good at? Are you good at cooking? What are you good at? Because that is not what you're supposed to be doing every single day. Okay. So sometimes the easy way doesn't always feel spiritually satisfying. So I see some of you saying creating, crying, helping people. Excuse me. Bronwen said being a good employee, dead emoji. I'm screaming. You're funny. So the important piece of the North node is to do the things that are uncomfortable. Now, what is the South node? Who wrote down what the definition for the North node is? Go ahead and share any emoji in the chat if you wrote down the North node. The North node, to get to the North node, you need to let go of baggage, okay? South node, the South node is the gifts that you came in with from the last life, okay? The gifts that you came in with from the last lifetime are your South node things. So, been there, done that is what you should be thinking. Everyone type in the chat, been there, done that. That's what your South node is. Your South node is been there, done that, already did it. It's already been done. The key here with your South node is you should be using your South node to get to your North node. Everyone type that in the chat. South node to get to North node. I need to stand up because my back feels crazy. Can y'all see me fine or no? I can switch angles too, I don't mind. Okay. South node, use your South node to get to your North node. Now, at the end of this presentation, by the way, I would love to hear from all of you what kind of content you want me to be making moving forward, because I know a lot of astrologers make different things, but I want to make music about these things that we're talking about so that we can really go there. We can really experience what it is that we're feeling, okay? So how are the nodes used in astrology? Astrologers use the lunar node to determine where your destiny is. Your North node. What you were in the past life, South node. The nodes change zodiac signs every 18 months. Go ahead and type that in the chat. Every 18 months, the zodiac sign of the nodes change. Right now, as we speak, The nodes are in Scorpio and Taurus, and they change every 18 months. Okay. Every 18 months, the nodes shift. Okay. Every year and a half, people who are born within the same node as you are your soul tribe. Go ahead and type soul tribe. Now, how do I know someone's part of my soul tribe? Because of my Sagittarius North Node. So what is your North Node? Do you know who has your North Node, your South Node? Because that's who your soul tribe is. All right. Now, in Vedic astrology, in Kabbalistic astrology, the nodes, the North Node represents something called Tikkun, Tikkun. Tikkun means correction. Your North Node in astrology is how you correct yourself. When the nodes are in zodiac signs such as Taurus and Scorpio, it means that Taurus and Scorpio people, sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, North Node, part of fortune, palace, and any placement, any zodiac, any planet point, it's time for you to correct yourself. You're getting the opportunity for the next year and a half to correct yourself. So go ahead and type in the chat. North Node means to correct myself. This is called Rahu. R-A-H-U, Rahu. Okay. I know some of you are like, what the heck is this guy talking about? Is anyone lost? Is anyone so far gone? You can unmute yourself. Let's take a little break real quick. Who's lost? Anyone lost?
Oh my God. What word do you want me to start with lost at?
Huh?
I just like the North Notes, things like that. I'm kind of really new to this. I know about some things, but this is not one of my forte of knowing. This is what I'm trying to get a better understanding of.
That's why you paid me.
Yeah, that's true.
All you got to do is take notes. If you get lost, look at your notes.
I got it. I got notes. Yes, I got them. Okay.
Is anyone else feeling lost?
No.
Cool. All right. So let's keep going. So Rahu, North Node, means correction, correcting your life. Okay. Now, I need to tell you something. If you're someone who plans on being a parent, if you're someone who plans on having kids, your child, if you have your child at the age of or around the ages of 18 to 19, 36 to 37, you will have the same nodes because of the 18-month thing going to 18 years. So that means that every 18 years, a new cycle is created. So when people have children at the age of 18 or 36, they share nodes with their children. And most people, they don't even know they're doing this on purpose. They don't even have a fucking clue because they don't know what their North Node even is. But people who have 18-year-olds pregnancies, 36-year-old, 37-year-old pregnancies, children at that around that age, you share your nodes with your children or your parents. And this means also, if you date someone, marry someone or join forces with someone who's 9 or 10 years younger than you, there's a good chance that they will have the opposite node to you. Okay. If someone has the opposite node to you, this is a really good indicator. For example, let's just say someone tell me their node in the chat. Someone says Cancer. So Mary Jane, if you have Cancer North Node and you meet someone 10 years older or younger than you, 9 years younger or older than you, they're going to have a Capricorn North Node. This is good because what does it mean? It means that this person is going to be polarizing to you. The compatibility pairing is going to be amazing. You've both mastered what the other one came here to learn. Okay? You both mastered what the other one came here to learn. If you combine your natural skills together, unstoppable. So when you work with people who are 10 years younger, 9 years younger, 9 years older, 10 years older than you, this gives you a lot of power. Now, if you know someone who's 18 years old, younger than you, older than you, or 36 years old, younger than you, older than you, you will have the same North Node, South Node, more than likely. All right. So let's get into the nodes now. I'm excited to dive into this with you real quick. So the North Node is the spot where it all comes together best, where your chart bundles its strengths together. That's why it's called the North Node. We're also going to be talking in this section about the part of fortune right afterwards, okay? The part of fortune and the North Node, I feel like go hand in hand, and they're both very important. So let's look at this chart here real quick. So let's start with Aries, North Node, Libra, Aries, South Node, Libra, North Node. If you're born between June 17th, 1958, December 15th, 1959, January 8th, 1977, or July 5th, 1978, August 1st, 1995 to January 25th, 1997, or February 19, 2014 to November 11, 2015, or October 15th through 2032 or May 22 of 2032, you have a Libra North Node, okay? Libra North Node and Aries South Node, it means that you've spent your life as a free agent, operating independently. You don't owe anyone anything. Life is very go-round, all right? You're learning how to play well with other people when you have Aries South Node, Libra North Node. Sharing with people, compromising, diplomacy are going to be major themes in your life. Libra North Node, you need to have, and you will have, a lot of eye-opening experiences that will teach you how to share, compromise, and be diplomatic. Okay? Taurus South Node, Scorpio North Node, who has this? October 5th, 1956 to June 16th, 1958, July 10th, 1975 to January 7th, 1977, February 2nd, 1994 to July 31st, 1995, August 30th, 2012 to February 18th, 2014. You are a Taurus South Node, Scorpio North Node. Taurus South Node, Scorpio North Node people are learning to embrace what could be. Go ahead and everyone in chat, type what could be. You are learning to embrace what could be instead of fixating on what is, all right? You've spent lifetimes steeped in material, hardworking, practical environments with people. This lifetime, it's important for you to learn that your indulgence, your hedonism will be your downfall. Okay? Now, who's a Gemini, South Node, Sagittarius, North Node like me? All right. April 3rd, 1955, October 4th, 1956, October 28th, 1973 through July 9th, 1975, August 2nd, 1992 to February 1st, 1994, March 4th, 2011 through August 29th, 2012. If you have any of these birth dates, years, if your North Node is in Sagittarius, you are more comfortable in a close community where you are well known. Okay? The traveling Sagittarius will make you nervous, especially when you're younger. But as you get older, you will embrace the world and you'll go into a massive spiritual growth. When I was younger, I didn't even want to leave the house. I didn't want to go anywhere. I'm 29 now. I've traveled to like 12 different cities in the last 4 months. Okay. That's Sagittarius, Gemini, North, South Node. Who is a Cancer South Node, Capricorn North Node? Okay. I'm going to stop going through the dates. I'm just going to go through the meaning real quick. So if you have if you have a Cancer, hold on. If you have a Cancer South Node, Capricorn North Node and Cancer South Node people have had many lifetimes where they need to be feminine. Cancer. The realm of caretaker, mother, wife, dependent is Cancer energy. In this lifetime, you need to learn how to look at the world as exciting so that you can become self-sufficient. If you have Cancer North Node, Capricorn North Node, Cancer South Node, stop living with your parents. Stop asking them for stuff. In fact, they probably already ask you for stuff and they already depend on you to do stuff for them. So what do you do with that energy? We become self-sufficient. Instead of you relying on them, make sure that you're relying on yourself and then teach others how to do the same. Okay? That's going to be huge. That's going to be super important. Who has a Leo South Node or Aquarius North Node? Aquarius North Node people, no surprise. When you have Leo South Node, you're born thinking that the world lives around you, everything's about you. Not true. All right. Your path is to learn humility and not at the expense of diminishing your energy, your stage presence. Okay. Leo South Node people need to learn how to use their theatrics for the betterment of people and to help humanity. All right. That's going to be the step that's going to take you to the next level. Virgo North Node, Virgo South Node, Pisces North Node. If you have a Pisces North Node, you have a lot of spiritual, mystical experiences that will help you in your rational mind understand your struggles. To embrace the unknown, you'll need to drop your perfectionism, worry, anxiety. All of it needs to leave because it's not helping you. It's not helping anyone. Libra, South Node, Aries, North Node. People with Aries, North Node, where you at? Libra, South Node, Aries, North Node people spend a lot of lifetimes mastering relationships. In their previous life, they've been married, worked in close relationship with people. They come to this life with a strong interpersonal skill, okay? It means that they naturally are seeking synergy. How many of you have a Scorpio South Node, Taurus North Node? Okay. If you have a Taurus North Node, Scorpio South Node people have arrived here to work. In the past life, you're very powerful, privileged, you're born into money. In this life, you're meant to be you were an advisor, a royal person, political leader, working behind the scene. Now it's your time to step into public fame, public work, being seen as a provider, an earner, a doer. All right. That's going to be massive for you. Now, so Chelsea asked, as a Scorpio North node, seeking pleasure will lead to your downfall. Correct. How do we seek pleasure as human beings? How do we not seek pleasure? Seek the pleasure of others. Look for other people's smiles. What can you do for other people for them to be happy? Be selfish for other people is how I approach my Scorpio placements personally, and that's how I advise you to do the same. Sagittarius South Node, Gemini North Node people, Gemini North Node and Sagittarius South Node people, you have seen the world and the diverse friends that you can make, also lovers. So every person that you meet as a friend, as a lover, it's important for you to study them and learn how to stay in one place, okay? Capricorn South Node, Cancer North Node. Cancer North Node people, they've spent many lifetimes as people who are industrial. They love being the patriarch. They like conquering people. They like getting money and holding it. Now you're learning that there's more to life than just work and money, okay? If you have a Aquarius South Node, Leo North Node, the Leo North Node people, Aquarius South Node people, you are a change maker. You come into people's lives, you come into everyone's life, and you become the person who changes things so that they can not get lost in the crowd, okay? These people need to learn how to channel their Leo energy so that you can reach a wider audience. How do you bring attention to yourself so that you can communicate with many people? That's something that you need to explore for yourself so that you can understand people at the highest level. Pisces South Node, Virgo North Node. The mystical Pisces South Node loves to argue about believing is seeing things happen, okay? Now, being woo-woo and going off the deep end is cool, but also embrace solving problems with facts, data, accountability, leadership, and taking personal accountability for things, all right? That's gonna help you master this part of yourself, all right? So now that we've covered the North Node, let's dive a little bit deeper into the part of fortune. Before we do that though, I wanna check in and get some feedback on what you think about the North Nodes. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, so I have a question, quick question. So before you said that having a Cancer's South Node, you had to, I think I got a little confused on that, something about embracing femininity. And so I personally have a Cancer North Node. So is that, do I have to embrace femininity, or I just need clarification on that, I guess.
Yeah, Cancer North Node people have spent tons of lifetimes as industrious like they're the people who lead business.
Mm-hmm.
They're patriarchs. They like to conquer the world. They like to make money. Now it is important for you to learn that there's more to life than just work and money.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I have the same as Mary Jane. I have a Cancer South Node and Capricorn North Node. And it's interesting that you say that I have to work on being more feminine, because it's actually something that I'm actively doing. But I like working and making money.
I'm not saying stop. What I'm saying is you've already done that.
Mhm.
you've already mastered it. If you were to do it for 30 more years, you wouldn't enjoy it at some point.
Mhm.
It's just not realistic. The thing that you need to learn as, did you say Cancer South Node?
Yeah.
Cancer South Node, you are used to being the caretaker, the mother, the wife. In this life, you are supposed to be self-sufficient.
Okay.
The best way for you to balance the feminine side of that is teaching others how to do what you're already doing.
Okay.
Whether that's a job, a business, a role, position, a feeling, a thought, anything, when you start to share that with other people, that's where you tap into your feminine.
All right. That's amazing to know because I did just start my business, so it's very exciting to know.
Perfect. Who else?
I have one thing. How does this all relate to like your houses?
You're moving too fast.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. So each house in astrology represents a perspective of your life. So tell me what house you're talking about.
The second house. I have a North Node in Gemini in the second house.
Okay, so each house is a different topic for humans. Like I said in the beginning part of this, when you're doing astrology, it's the planet, it's the point, it's the zodiac, it's the house, it's the everything matters. Okay, just because it's in one house doesn't mean end all be all, but it's definitely a great thing to start with. Second house is the who knows what the second house is?
Is that money?
Money house.
Ha!
Wait, are you the same person who asked me the question?
Yes.
Why are you asking me the question?
I just don't know how it all relates. So it's like,
Hold on.
okay.
You just told me it's the money house. I just told you that you're supposed to become self-sufficient and teach people. What's the confusion?
No, I have a North Node in Gemini.
Okay, so if it's in North Node Gemini, if you know that, so what is Gemini? An air sign, right?
Right.
What does that mean?
Listening, sharing ideas, thoughts,
So how do you make money?
sharing my ideas. Duh.
And doing what?
And listening
What else?
and sharing my ideas.
Thoughts and ideas. They're separate.
Okay.
Your thoughts are personal. Your ideas are things that came from external that you perceived as solutions.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when you're Gemini, you said North Node?
Yes.
Gemini North Node, you need to learn about your friends and relationships all around the world. You need to learn how to stay in one place.
Okay.
So if you make money in a certain way, you need to learn how to just do that and master that.
Gotcha.
And once you learn how to do that, you can quadruple your money by teaching people how to do the same thing.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes
Okay.
sense.
Who else? Last question.
I have a question about Aquarius North Node.
Okay.
I just want to confirm as an Leo South Node, I should not be egocentric and getting attention, but I should be giving to people and community.
Yes. So your path is to learn how to be more, use humility to get attention. Still get attention, but do it for something that's important. One of the best ways I can communicate using Aquarius and Leo energy, do fundraisers. Do fundraisers, bring people into your life and collect money for the poor children, collect money so that kids can eat, collect money so that the homeless can have a place to stay.
Got it. Thank you.
That's where your energy should be going, because if you have Leo South Node, you already know how to get attention, but the people around you don't. So you need to be that person.
Mhm.
That's how you're going to feel fulfilled. Also, just because you raise money for people doesn't mean you can't take 10, 20, 35%.
Interesting.
I know people who raise funds for people and they'll take 10, 25, 35%. Why? Because they did all the work. They have to get paid somehow. It's not wrong to take 30% of what you did if it took you 6 months to raise funds for people. That's
Mhm.
that's fair.
I just-
50%, that's a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it pushing. Anyone else have any questions about North Node? Lala, I can see you're typing. Go ahead. I'm just getting water. Can you go into detail more about Cancer North Node? No. The details I'm giving you, you find it hard to understand how being in divine feminine energy can support lifestyle. Supporting other women is the way that you help yourself. Capricorn North Node, Cancer South Node, that's that. If you have a Cancer North Node, your focus should be on being someone who makes money, who works hard for their money, conquering the world, getting a lot of money, working very hard for it. When you have a Cancer North Node. Okay, just to clarify. Now let's go into part of fortune. I hope that clarified for you. Now we're in part of fortune. Part of fortune in astrology looks like, when you're in the chart here on AstroSeek, it looks like this. It's this X with a cross in it. And it's called fortune here. Can everyone see this? So
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind. I stepped away for a second. I'm sorry, kind of missed it.
Oh, you're good. So the fortune in astrology shows us how we can, first of all, bring success into our own life, but also your part of fortune is calculated off of your sun, moon, and rising. Do all of you know your sun, moon, and rising? Okay, cool. So your sun, moon, and rising and your part of fortune are like this. All right. Do all of you have your chart pulled up? Okay. So I'm just going to go down the line for the sake of time. We have 25 minutes left. I'm just going to go down the line and talk to you about what each part of fortune wants. If you have Aries part of fortune, or if your part of fortune is in your first house, you like to find your rewards competitively, athletically. You like competing with people. Naturally, your lifestyle is active, upbeat, and there's never any consistency. Who has Aries part of fortune? Does that resonate? Does that align with you? Because some of you, if you have this, you might think, oh, I need a stable job. No, you don't. You need to be competing sales. You need to be competing with your people that you work with, everything, people that are in your family, things like this. Kayla asks, is it just fortune on AstroSeek? Yes, it is. Now, who has Taurus part of fortune or part of fortune in the second house? If you have part of fortune in the second house, you're bound to encounter your luck where you find the finer things in life, or you need to take things slowly for you to create abundance with material objects. So for example, if you want a luxury car, you need to work a long time to feel like you've earned that kind of thing. If you're starting a business, you need to be working on that business at a young age to see it pop into fruition, middle of your 20s, 30s, 40s, whenever you start your business. Most successful business owners, by the way, most successful business owners don't find any success until like 35. I don't know if you knew that. A lot of people don't figure money out until like 35, 40. So if you're 20 something, late 20s, early 30s, and you haven't figured it out yet, you're literally on the right track. I just want to be clear with you. All right. Now, if you have a Gemini part of fortune or part of fortune in the third house, everything for you in terms of money is going to be intellectual. Things that are intellectual make you shine. You're very gifted with your mind and communicating, and you need to become a master of complex languages and insights. All three. Complexity, languages, and insights are the way that you make money, a lot of money over time. If you have Cancer, part of fortune, or part of fortune in the fourth house, your close interpersonal bonds, relationships will always work out for you. Okay. A lot of things that you remember about people bring up happy moments for them, so people keep your name in their mouth when they're thinking about who to pick for an opportunity, who to choose for a situation, a role, a thing. Okay, because Cancers love that emotional tie. If you have a Leo part of fortune or a fifth house part of fortune, your ultimate happiness is on stage. Okay. You love being influential. You love being in nature. Your healthiest side of you is when you're in the light. If you have a Virgo part of fortune or sixth house part of fortune, being practical, ordering things and setting things in motion through your plans is going to be a huge deal. Now, the thing with Virgo part of fortune is people will envy you. People will envy you because of how neat and precise you are and reliable you are. So just know that. Just know that people will hate on you because you're so good at what you do. And that's a good thing. Libra, part of fortune, seventh house, part of fortune. You make cash based on your good taste, your hobbies. Also, your relationships with people are never ending. You make a very good point to have fortunate, comfortable relationships. If you have Scorpio part of fortune in the eighth house, people value you and pay you based on your authenticity, you being yourself, your power, your ambition, your spirituality. Things come to you very easily, and they show that you're unafraid to win, okay? If you have a ninth house part of fortune, or Sagittarius part of fortune, people love being mentored by you. They love hearing what you have to say, what you have to teach, what you've experienced, how you were able to overcome difficulty. You need to be learning and teaching people how to understand the world on a large level. And this is how you find luck in other countries. If you have Sagittarius part of fortune, placements, period. Honestly, part of Sagittarius, if you have placements in Sag, you need to be going around the world. This is one of the main reasons why I started traveling so heavily, is because Sagittarius needs to not, you need to be in another country. You need to be talking to people who don't speak the same language as you, ethically. Capricorn, part of fortune in 10th house, like me. I have this. 10th house Capricorn, these people are envied, okay? They're very lucrative. They have very public careers. Their public image is why they're here, and they get a lot of happiness from their job. I love doing this shit. I get a lot of attention for what I do. People love to come to me because of what I do. I'm just doing this for fun. Honestly, I love helping people, but when you're helping people, how are you helping them? Okay. As a Capricorn 10th house, part of fortune, I can tell you straight up, if you were to tell me, oh, I want to make a career out of helping people, my first question to you is how? How are you helping yourself? Why would someone choose you to help them? You might want to help people, but why would someone even bother choosing you to help them? What do you know? Do you know how to talk to people? Do you know how to help people with the next step? Do you know how to plan for people? Do you know how to articulate people's ideas? Do you know how to share people's emotions for them? You need to learn how you're going to help people before you claim you're going to help someone, because that's the difference. All right. Now, Aquarius, part of fortune, 11th house, part of fortune, the internet is exactly where you need to be, what you need to be doing. If you have anything in the 11th house, that is how you grow on social media. I have one planet in social media, and that's how I hit 500,000 followers. I have one planet, and it's not even a massive planet. It's not even a serious planet, but the 11th house rules people. Aquarius, everyone says Aquariuses are, they love ghosting. No, they don't. They love people, but if you're not a good person, if you're not worth their time, they're out. Okay, so 12th house, part of fortune, Pisces, part of fortune, you make the most money, you get the most success from taking space away from people, from having peace, from doing what makes you happy, telling stories, being imaginative. Very counterproductive, but for Pisces, part of fortune, that's what helps them do what they need to do. Okay. So that's the breakdown of the part of fortune. Now it's time to learn how to read your own astrology. I think that's very important. What I want to give to you today is a course that I created a couple of years ago. How to read your birth chart. The course is very simple. Okay. This is the basic course here. It's going to teach you how to obtain your birth chart, how to go through and, type everything in, how to calculate it. This course here, I'm going to give it to you today for free because I want to see you win. I want to see you succeed. And I'm also very sick of answering your basic astrology questions. I mean that with all the love in my heart, but every single thing in astrology is Googleable. There's a website designed, there's an app designed for every single question because everyone had the question at some point. So I'm going to give you this course because I do not want to answer your questions. I'm being so clear so you understand so clearly that I don't want to answer your questions about basic astrology. And I'm saying this with all the love in my heart because I care about you. But if you're going to be lazy, I can't work with you, bro. It's hard. You're making it hard for me. Okay. So I'm going to give you this course. All right, folks. Y'all are really laughing in the comment section. I love that for you. So here's the course. It's in the chat. Go ahead and click it. It's going to give you access. I gotta put me first, Lucius. I gotta put me first. You get it. Okay. Now you have the course. I see multiple of you have just hopped in here. Let me double check my email to make sure I don't have to give anyone permission. All right, lit. Perfect. Now you all have this course. You all have a way to go in and understand your chart. Okay. There's no excuse as to why you can't learn what a conjunction is. A conjunction indicates placements are together. Okay. It's very influential. I go over it in this thing. The reason why I'm giving you this is, again, because I don't want to answer your basic astrology questions. I right now am studying asteroids and synastry. When I post about synastry, about people having their Venus in the 5th house and in their partner's 2nd house, don't come to my comment section asking me what it means for you. I'm not going to answer. I promise. The reason why I'm not answering you is because the information's out here. I need y'all to step up into the next level and step into the correct space where you feel empowered. You shouldn't be paying people to read your chart, okay? Especially at this point. Why? It's because we have a lot of other topics that we can be working on. I have helped celebrities, I've helped entrepreneurs, I've helped millionaires make more money reading their chart. And a lot of these people, these celebrities, these millionaires that I've worked with, they already know basic astrology. And because they know themselves, this has helped them. I wouldn't be in Phoenix. I'm randomly in Phoenix talking to you. I just got this Airbnb today, okay? I have money at leisure because I know my chart. A lot of you who are business owners, the reason why your business is struggling, may I please tell you why your business is struggling? I would love to give you this one piece of advice, okay? The reason why your business is struggling is because you're not helping enough other people. Please tell me who has money outside of the government, who makes it, who has money? She said Elon Musk. Elon Musk has Twitter. He has acquired Twitter. Who has money? People do. People have money. If you aren't helping people, how the fuck are you gonna get rich? Hello? You can unmute yourself. Let's have a conversation now. If you aren't helping people, how the fuck are you gonna get rich?
Facts.
True.
You have to interact and help people in order for you to get rich. There's no
Yeah.
way you can get money or anything. You don't.
Literally. Some of my clients, they only have 2 clients. Right now, I'm juggling 126 bodies. Every single day, I have to wake up and send an email out to every single person on that list because I'm helping 100+ people every single day. There's no day that I'm not helping these people because they
Wow.
paid me. You need to learn how to help people. If you're shy, find people that are shy. You're nervous to post content? Great. So is 98% of the world. You need to help people if you want to make money. If you're making videos and they're not going viral, guess what, Karen? Guess what, Timmy? It's because the videos aren't helping anybody do anything. Your videos aren't funny. Why do I know that? Because the video that you saw, that you got the idea from, you didn't even copy it correctly. That's all you need to do. And I'm being this clear and this blunt with you because I care. I want to see you succeed. No one else has told you the truth, I'm guessing, up until this point. Your chart is a map for you. Your chart is a map for you to use. If you know your chart, which I just gave you the workbook for, you're going to know exactly what you need to be doing, exactly what you should be telling people, exactly what you should be practicing, because a lot of you will say, oh, my biggest struggle is I don't like talking to a lot of people. Oh, my biggest struggle is I don't like being seen. Oh, I don't know how to effectively communicate my emotions. Oh, I'm actually not a very motivated person. I don't know how to motivate others. Perfect. Your struggle, your problems are your solutions. I'm not a very confident person. I talk about my insecurities quite often, actually, but because I've gotten so good at talking about them, people think I'm confident. But because I've studied myself and I've practiced talking about them, this has led to success. My obsession with astrology, which started since 6, this is something I never planned to make money with. My whole plan in college, outside of college, was to start a tech company, get super rich, move to Silicon Valley, and be on the Forbes and just ride this thing out until I die. Everything got fucked up. Now I'm teaching astrology. Okay? Why did that happen? It's because the inner work, the unseen things are far more important for me in this lifetime. The things that I didn't want to understand as a young boy, I was working so hard, working 40, 50, 60 hours. There was even one job I worked. I remember one summer I worked 100 hours and I had to talk to human resources because I was like, I'm not even getting paid overtime. It was for a marketing company because I love marketing. And I was so in love with this thing that I was basically doing it for free. So I need all of you to figure out, if you want to help people, with what? And do they even need it? Do they even need help with that thing? If they don't need help with that thing, you need to switch what you're doing. For the longest time, I thought I needed to help people make websites. I was like, oh, I'm going to make websites for people. Guess what? Wix, Squarespace, Snipfeed, Linktree, all of these things took my job. It takes 4 fucking clicks now to make a website.
Mm-hmm.
I was not helping anyone because I did not have clarity on what I was helping them with. I need you to really be clear on what you're helping people with. I learned astrology this deep so I could teach you how to figure out your own purpose. I can tell you what the zodiac sign means, but if you don't do it, that's the problem. If you don't leave your room, that's the problem. If you don't communicate with people that could help you, that's the problem. If you don't record your videos and post them, that's the problem. If you're not consistent, that's the problem. But guess what? It's also the solution. Becoming consistent takes practice. Making good videos takes practice. Helping people and learning how to have boundaries while doing that takes practice. But the more people you do it with, the better you become. It doesn't happen by thinking in your room. No. It doesn't happen while you're watching Netflix. It doesn't happen while you're scrolling TikTok. It will not, that's not how this works. I'm here to ruin that whole parade because that's not how this works. Okay? Big thing is you got to give people the food that they want to eat so that they can pay you. Now, big thing is a lot of you think, oh, someone's already doing that. I can't do that. What the fuck are you talking about? McDonald's and Burger King have been going at it since I was born. Every time I see a McDonald's commercial, I also see a Whopper commercial. Okay? You don't have to be the first one. You just need to be better than the person or the industry or the company that you're modeling yourself after. A lot of my videos that y'all love and will DM me and say, oh my God, I love your content. I took that content from a creator that I love that doesn't even talk about astrology, and I made it about astrology. Making money is easy. You're making it hard. I know that's gonna fuck up some of your like thoughts. Making money is easy. You gotta set a price. You gotta be consistent. You gotta help people trust you. If you don't even trust yourself, why would someone trust you? Making $10,000, now that I've done it multiple for half a year, over and over, and even January, I made $20,000. That's the first time I've made $20,000 in 30 days. And looking back on it, I was the one who was making things hard. I thought, oh, I have to work this many hours and I need to drive over here and work a second job. Lies. This was lies from the beginning. It was, my mom's an immigrant. She told me, oh, you have to get a job. You have to do, no, you fucking don't. You need to help people. Help someone do what they want to do and they will pay you. If they don't pay you, that means they don't respect you, which means you don't respect yourself and you need to go and find another person. Luckily, there's 6.8 billion, not million, billion people. Billion people that you can help do what they want to do. You need to focus on what is that thing. And this is where your part of fortune and your North Node comes in. Okay. Once I identified my North Node, Sagittarius, teach, my part of fortune, Capricorn, make money, I teach people how to make money. It's easy. When I first started teaching people, I was making $1,000, $2,000 a month. And that's what I taught people, is how to make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Once I started making 5, that's what I started teaching people. Once I started making 10, that's what I started teaching people. Today, that's what I'm teaching you, is how to make $10,000 a month, is by helping people do what they want to do with your knowledge, with your expertise. But if you don't tell people what you know how to do, that's your solution and your problem. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to jump into your house and say, oh my God, I'm going to market your business. No. That's not how this works. Chelsea says, imagine. The Kool-Aid guy turns into a marketing guy and he crashes into your room and says, oh, I'm going to do all your work for you. No, that's not how this happens. Okay. I was also working 2 jobs. A few years ago, I was working 3 jobs. One was remote. 2 years ago, before I really got on TikTok, I was homeless. I think I shared that video with you. This video here, I am homeless, making a TikTok.
Now, can someone please tell me?
Now, the instant reason why my TikTok worked and why it didn't work is because here I'm helping people. Someone said, even keep going, you'll be famous. They were right.
Now, can someone please?
This is my
What's your
first
mission today?
TikTok. This is all 2020 stuff. I'm just making
3 zodiac.
videos. The moment, this is the first video I think I helped somebody. I made 3 zodiac signs.
If your friends aren't helping you make money, what are they really doing?
Can anyone answer that question? I still think it's logical. If your friends aren't helping you make money, what are they helping you do? Spend it, correct. Just this week, I had to let go of some people because we don't make money together. That's a problem because that means that they are a block. It sucks. And the funny thing is they blame me. And I was like, I literally do this for work. Like my obsession is helping people make money. So if I'm not making money with you, I'm the problem. Okay, bet. You're right. I'll take that. I need to be a better friend. If you're making money with your friends, what does that help you do? More stuff, travel, invest, buy a house, start a company, do whatever you want to do. If your friends and you just hang out and you go out to eat and you do this and that, and you just sit up and talk about people all day, is that how you want to die? Is that how you want to live? Consider it. Okay. I think all of these points are very important. This video is extremely pointless. Okay.
I'm laughing my ass off at it.
I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone.
You can see this is my early content. Those of you who keep saying, oh, I don't know what to post, I'm posting anything. Anything.
Yo, real shit. Someone called me metrosexual the other day. I am not attracted to buses. Okay? Yo.
This is the beginning of my TikTok profile. Okay. I think this is important to show you because now, just sitting under 500,000, I'm helping people learn things about themselves through astrology. How did I get to this point? Why did my videos get better? Practice, consistency, keeping people in my head. What do I want to give people? Not what do I want to post? Fuck what I want to post. What do people need? How can I actually help people? The best way to do that, everyone, is when you're on YouTube, when you're on Instagram, when you're on TikTok, go to the search and hit hashtag viral and study what is it that people do? What is it that people are helping people accomplish? Are you trying to help people laugh? Are you trying to help people figure something out about themselves? Or are you trying to help share or pass information? You need to pick. How do you pick? By doing all of it. Don't ask yourself, oh, I don't know what niche I need to be in. Fuck the niche. Post your content that you think is important. When something works, do it over and over again. Okay. For example, this video right here, if you see that this video has 32.1 thousand people liking it, don't complicate shit, please. Just do the same video. If I go click the sound right now, look, there's hundreds of people who are using the same sound. doing the same video and they're all getting views. Is anyone confused on how to go viral so far?
No.
I'm trying to make it so simple.
You totally have.
I want it to be,
You
I want,
did.
I want it to be so simple, it's almost offensive.
I was starting to get offended by it, but yeah.
I'm only doing that because I don't want you to feel stupid. I want you to see how stupid it is.
You can really see your Aries rising coming out when you're teaching for sure.
Thank
It's
you.
great. As an Aries sun, I say this.
I appreciate you. So I want you all to make this so easy on yourself because it's not hard. Going viral, making money, go study what other people are doing and do that and do it, like actually do it. My last business coach, for months, I was writing in my journal, I want to make $10,000 a month. I just had this obsession. I was like, I want to make $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month. I was just so focused on it. Finally, one day I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this by myself. It's not working. I go to this lady's account. Let me show you her account. I don't even know how many followers she has right now. This is my first business coach. She has 1,000 followers. Can anyone guess how much money she makes a month?
Her bio said 6 figures.
Yeah. When I met her, she was making $53,000 a month.
Dang.
Wow.
Helping people make $10,000 a month. She has 1,000 followers. She doesn't even post all the time.
Hey, Sonny,
Yeah.
while you're on Instagram, I'm a rap artist. Will you follow me?
Yeah, what's up? What's your handle?
Sweet. It's I am Lavender. It's LXVNDR.
Wait, what?
LXVN. I know it's complicated, but DR. There I am, yeah.
Hey. What's poppin'?
Sweet. Thank
Lit.
you.
Oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Of course. So you don't need a lot of followers to do what you're trying to do. You just need to be really committed to it.